The schematic design, now it is about where, because the concept design is final, at that stage we can get into approvals for the local body approvals, we can get into the structural drawings for the structural consultant, and at the same time we can prepare the definitive drawings for the detailed architectural drawings for the site construction. So the first part is like to get the contractor on board. We prepare tender drawings for contractor, and to get the approvals, we actually get the approvals done through a listener. So we give him a complete set of documents which he can further develop accordingly as per the local norms, and then go to the respective department for licensing. And in the other case where we have all the structure drawings ready, so as per the structure consultant we discuss and optimize the structure and get all the structural consultant the drawings from the structural consultant, which we would bring it together with the detailed architectural drawings, which forms as a tender document set. Once we have tender documents, we then further issue it to the client to find an appropriate contractor. We always suggest few contractors from our side, as if the client needs and the client wants to choose on his own, is actually would free to do so. But we can work with any kind of contractor what we are looking at. And once the schematic stage, then we move into the next stage when the construction, the contractor is on board, where the designs have been approved, wherein we have given all initial drawings good for construction drawings to start the construction of the project. So the construction of the project, normally if it is a 3 to 4 level house, takes around 6 to 8 months for the construction. So during the time of construction, there are a lot of several details the client has to take a decision for next 2 to 3 months, which are very crucial for the next stage of the project, which is the services. Because all the decisions that are taken for the structural consultant would help us the project to run the project for 4 to 5 months. Then further, when it gets to services, we need to have plumbing drawings. For that, we need to know the fixture details. So the client would actually be introduced and explained about different kind of bathroom fittings that are possible, the kind of technology he wants to use into the house, which forms the part of automation and electrical automation. And the third part where comes is the kind of air conditioning system which the client wants to go into for the house. So all these things are explained to client over several meetings, where are done on one-to-one meetings, and these meetings, when they further process, then the minutes of the meetings are shared with the client. And once he has these information, and if he meets different vendors and he gets different proposals for it, and then he comes back to us and discusses different proposals, and when we finally choose an appropriate vendor, and the idea is to get vendors on board based on the systems and that are available, and then we can work with the vendors with the client requirements to finalize and to streamline all the requirements. At this stage, we also make our client meet the electrical consultant and the plumbing consultant, who would be preparing the design basis report and the bill of quantities for the entire house, which helps the client understand the budgets that we are going into plumbing systems, into electrical systems, and the kind of technology which most people are not aware of, how much amount technology they will be going for and what would be the cost for it. So all these things in terms of the lift selection, in terms of the vendor selection for HVAC, which forms predominantly part of the services, has been conveyed to the client and has been discussed on several meetings. At the same time, on the site, we actually do site visit as per time to time basis, which are primarily auditing the entire site right at the stage of foundation, at the stage of marking, at the stage before the casting, at the stage of the columns being casting and the slabs being casting. So there is a detailed schedule of when the person would be visiting, and the client would be prior informed to it. He can participate in the discussions, meeting at site, but otherwise we give them reports which they can refer to later, so which gives you a kind of seamless approach to the entire process. So there is also about like how would the client communicate to us, because many a times we are a group of around 30 to 40 designers and there are around 7 to 8 people working on a particular project. So it becomes very more important and convenient for the client to contact with one person who would be acting as a client relationship manager or a CRM, who would be getting all the information first hand from the client or from the WhatsApp group where the client can be responding it to it. And then if any query or for the contractor or for the client, the concerned designer would get back to the client in the stipulated time with a purpose where they could understand and give a fruitful solution, which helps the clients to understand what their requirements they are getting into. And to time we have physical meetings where we understand clients' requirements for clients' clarifications, and further define those requirements for the smoothly processing of the project.